Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut, the new source for sports news and entertainment. You are live with your boy Unique, and today I'm going to get into the San Antonio Spurs, Devin Vassell, and what to expect. Before I get started, guys, I do want to apologize for missing a little bit of time here. We had a situation where the air conditioner went off in the studio, and I just didn't want to take a chance with running our computers or our video equipment with it being so hot in the studio. So definitely apologize. We are a little backed up, so you're gonna see these shows coming out. That is right, 2 or 3 a day. We're gonna get caught back up. We got the giveaways to get into later on this week. So make sure you stay tuned in and hit that subscribe button so you can win. But without further ado, let's get into the San Antonio Spurs, Devin Vassell, and what to expect. Because I am expecting big things from Devin Vassell this season. My number one thing we're going to start with is, will Devin Vassell be the starting shooting guard or small forward? He is already one of the Spurs' best wing defenders. He will probably be matched against the opponent's top offensive threats on the wing. So that's the first thing we're looking at. Will he be starting at shooting guard or small forward? Either way, he'll be on the wing and he'll be one of the Spurs' best players. The second thing I'm going to be looking for is his confidence and assertiveness. That is right. Last year, Devin Vassell averaged a little over 12 points a game, like 12.3. This year, I expect him to be no lower than 15. And honestly, I feel like it should be a little higher than that. Around 17 plus a game is ideal. And anything north of 20 plus points a game, you could see Devin Vassell in the running or getting considerations for most improved player. Now, to go along with that increased production, he's going to be taking more shots, and that's going to get back into his confidence. Even when the shot is not falling, I'm going to need Devin Vassell to play with confidence and assert himself. He will now be in a leadership position, and the rookies are going to look to follow him. They're going to look to him and Keldon Johnson as the go-to scorers. And even on the nights where you're not making your basket, you got to stay assertive and confident, just because that's the new position you're being thrust into as the number 2 scorer on the team. The third thing I'm going to look out for is kind of looking at his all-around game, trying to figure out if he is the present and the future, or if he is just the present starting shooting guard and wing. And what I mean is he has some heavy competition on his tail. Joshua Primo, Malachi Brannon are both going to be fighting for that shooting guard position. I did not mention Blake Wesley, and that is because I believe Blake Wesley is more in competition with Trey Jones for that starting point guard position. So he's kind of out the way, so to say. But Josh Primo and Malachi Brannon, both of these young players are coming, and Devin Vassell will need to insert himself as the present and the future to try and hold these guys off. So the next thing we want to look at is going to go back to his shooting, and that is his field goal percentage. All right, so I would like to see his field goal percentage increase this year. Even though you're going to have more shot attempts, can he put up a good to a decent effective field goal percentage? Just because you're getting more shot attempts does not mean I want to see you just chucking up bad shots. Now, I'd rather see a bad shot than a turnover. But I don't want to just see you chucking up bad shots. Let's go from good to great. Make sure we get the ball in the right locations and take effective field goals. That way your effective field goal percentage can reflect that increased scoring and not just be from you taking more shots. It's actually from you taking more shots effectively. The last thing I got for Devin Vassell, guys, is saying all that, I really think Devin Vassell has a chance to entrench himself into the starting lineup from now and moving forward. That is right. The Spurs actually have an excellent guard lineup moving after this year. There's only 4 guards on the roster that are presently signed. That'll be Blake Wesley, Devin Vassell, Joshua Primo, Malachi Brannon. The other guards would have to be re-signed. Trey Jones, Romeo Langford, etc., Jay Rich. But those guys would have to be re-signed. Only 4 under contract, and all 4 of these guys are really solid, young, rotational guards with the potential to have a star pop up out of the 4. So nice, really young crop of guards and wings that the Spurs are playing with. And that's going to get us into our contract situation for Devin Vassell. So this is going to be one of the more interesting contract situations to watch. Thinking about Devin Vassell, what is a fair number? So we'll start with he could be or should be at least the number 2 scorer on the team, and he's probably going to project to be the Spurs' best or one of the better wing defenders on the team. Now, is that two-way potential somewhere around 20 plus million? I don't know. But being a two-way force, he could ask for that much. I feel his contract should fall somewhere between 15 to 18 million, closer to that 15 point. And I think that's what his market value is. But this contract situation will be very interesting moving forward, and it's something to keep an eye on, especially with the Spurs having the depth at guard to go ahead and replace him if they do not want to extend that contract at such a high amount. Now, if the Spurs are not going to extend Devin Vassell, I really hope they decide to trade him and not just let him walk for nothing like Lonnie Walker. The Lonnie Walker to the Lakers really stung, especially after DeJounte Murray had left. And if you look at the two paths of the two young players the Spurs just lost, DeJounte Murray's kind of been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Beefing with Paolo Banchero, talking about the Spurs or this or that. But Lonnie Walker has been in the news for all the right reasons. He recently came back to San Antonio just to give to the kids. That's right. He's type of players that spend their time giving to others in need because the community embraced him kind of like his home out there in Reading, Philadelphia. He goes back there and he gives. I'm not saying DeJounte Murray doesn't do that. But what I am saying is DeJounte Murray's not making the news for those things. Lonnie Walker's actually out here making the news for those type of things, helping people and being a blessing to others. I would hate to see a player like Devin Vassell get the Lonnie Walker treatment. Kyle Anderson, just walk out the door. Man, that one would hurt more. I don't know how I'd be able to take that one. That would sting a little bit. But how do you guys feel about Devin Vassell? Do y'all agree he should be entrenching himself as the starting shooting guard / wing this year? Do you agree with his point production being somewhere around 17 plus? And if he's able to get to 20 plus, he could be in the running or consideration for most improved player? And how close do you think Joshua Primo, Malachi Brannon are for fighting for that position from him? Do y'all see the Devin Vassell situation as the future, or do y'all just see him as the right now, the present? Very good question moving forward. The Spurs extended Keldon Johnson. Will they extend Devin Vassell? But that's all I got for this part of the episode. Can't wait to get into the comments to see how everybody feels about this one. And your boy is out. Peace.